What's up guys, it's Matt here and I'm back again with a new video, and we're 2 days away from the start of the new Premier League season. So I thought I'd do a video I haven't actually done before and do a Premier League table prediction of everyone, where I think everyone's going to finish and stuff like that, and tell you a bit why I think they're going to finish in the places that they do. And I think I've probably gone for a couple of controversial choices in this, so I'll be looking forward to hearing your guys' tables in the comments and getting your feedback on where you think they're going to finish. So we'll start off with bottom of the league. I think West Brom are probably going to finish bottom. They've got a good manager in all that with Billage, and they've got Pereira in and Dean Garner, who are both good players. But other than that, I think their squad's a little bit bare, and they're going to have probably the worst squad in the league. And I really think they're going to struggle and probably go straight back down to the Championship. I can't really see them doing very well, to be honest. I can't really see them stay up or even finish higher than bottom of the league. And next, we're going to go with Fulham in 19th place, and I think it's just going to be a similar story to the 18-19 season. They've got a good group of players. Mitrovic will score some goals for them. Kenny will do quite well for them. I know they've just got a really good keeper in as well, but it's just going to be a case of they're going to concede way too many goals. Mitrovic will probably get double figures, but they're going to just concede way too many goals, so they won't be able to stay up because of that, I don't think. And next, Aston Villa, I think they're nailed on to go down. They only stayed up on a technicality last season after the goal line technology incident happened, and that was what pretty much kept them up, and they managed to just survive last season. They've spent 33 million on Ollie Watkins. He's a good player, but that could be a huge risk for them this season because he might not be a Premier League player, so I don't really think they're going to stay up either. 17th now, this was one of a team who could finish higher, but I don't know if they will. Brighton, Graham Potter's got them playing some good football at this moment in time, but they only scored something like 39 goals last season, so I don't think that's enough to keep them in the Premier League if it carries on this season. And the loss of Shane Duffy might make them concede more goals as well. In 16th, Sheffield United. Sorry, I've just got my table up here to remember well, but in 16th I've got Sheffield United. I put them bottom last season, which I think a lot of people did as well. And I think they've got a pretty good team to work that works together well. So I think they'll get enough results to keep their heads above water with their defence getting them quite a few clean sheets. 15th, now this is one that people think is controversial, but I don't think they're going to finish higher than this at all. I've got Leeds. Bielsa is a fantastic manager, and they have got some good players in Calvin Phillips and Helder Costa, but I just don't see Rodrigo scoring as many goals, and the same with Bamford. I can't see them scoring enough to help Leeds get in a higher position than 15th. I think they will get some good results against the top 6 sides, but other than that, I can't really see them doing anything major in the league this season. In 14th place, this is a team that could finish a lot lower, especially if they have a really bad start. The manager could get sacked, and that's West Ham. The club's an absolute mess at the minute. They do have some quality, and they did bring Souček in, and he's a good player, but the club's an absolute mess. And I think they've got the hardest start of anybody else in the league, and if they start off poorly, then Moyes is probably going to get sacked, which could work in their favour. But I think they could finish lower than 14 if it all does go disastrously. But I've got them at 14th for now. In 13th, another team that could finish certainly higher is Burnley. We need to put some respect on Sean Dyche's name. He keeps having a good season with them every season, and they've got Chris Wood. They managed to hold on to Chris Wood, even though he was linked with a move away to a few different teams, so that's pretty big for them. But I think there's just teams with more quality above them. That's why they're going to finish around 13th. Now 12th is my team, Newcastle. We're going to play some better football than last season, because last season was absolutely dreadful, but we've brought in some new attacking options in Callum Wilson, Ryan Fraser, and then we've even got Jamal Lewis, who will go down the wing from the defence, and we brought in Jeff Hendrick on a free as well, which I think some steady business. And I think Wilson's probably going to score around 12 or 13 league goals for us this season, and I think with the pressure off Joelinton, with a new striker in, he can maybe have a much better season than last season and play some better football. Next, 11th, is a team I think could finish lower or could finish higher. This one's really hard for me to predict. Is Palace. I think Eze is a really good signing for them. Newcastle will link with them. A few other teams will link with them, and he will probably have a really good season for them this season. And if they can get Zaha back to his best now, it looks like he's going to probably stay. They could play some good football. I do think they need another striker in though to help them with some more goals. Hodgson's a good manager, and I think they could do alright if they manage to score more goals. 10th, this one I think is one of my more nailed on ones, Southampton, because Hasenhüttl has them playing some good football, and I think Ings is just going to continue to score more and more goals for them. They've got a pretty good side, and I enjoy watching them play, so I do believe they can get in the top half this season. In 9th place we have Wolves. We know how good the football is they play at times, but their squad's looking a little bit bare. They are making some new signings, but their squad is a little bit bare, so I think this is going to be one of their worst season that they've had in the Premier League since being back in it. And I think Adama Traore could get a move away, which will hinder their progress a little bit. So I don't see them finishing higher than the previous 2 seasons. Don't think they can kick on from it. I think it'll be a bit lower down. In 8th place, I've got Leicester. In 8th place, I've got Leicester. They had a fantastic season last season, but they fell off towards the end of it, unfortunately. And I think they were in the top 4 for 10 months, but had a poor end to this season. But Rodgers has done a very good job there, but they haven't really strengthened the squad enough to try and push on a bit. And they've also lost Ben Chilwell. Vardy's another year older. I still think Vardy will score 15 plus goals in the league, but I can't see them having a season as good as they had last season. Now into 7th place, I've got Everton. They've got one of the true greatest managers ever in Carlo Ancelotti as the manager, and you'll get them playing some really good attacking football. And they've been smart in the transfer market, bringing in the likes of Decore and James Rodriguez. There's some very, very good additions for them, and I do think they'll play some really good football, but I think they'll just miss out in the top 6 due to having someone like Pickford in goal, because he's a bit of a liability. Now into the top 6, I've got Spurs, but Tottenham could finish a lot higher for me, but there are always a couple of injuries to key players, such as Harry Kane having a hamstring, or Son being out for a little bit. They're always that far away from a disaster. Mourinho will obviously play his preferred style, and he will get them a few results. I do think they could finish higher if their team clicks properly and Harry Kane stays fit all season, but for now I've got them at 6th. Now 5th place, I've got Man United, because they've not really done much in the transfer market. We know how good their attack is, of Bruno, Martial, Rashford, Greenwood and all that, but they've only signed Donny van der Beek, who is a great signing, don't get me wrong, but I think they need a little bit more. Maybe if they had Sancho, I'd maybe push them into the top 4, and I also have them 5th because they're not going to get as many penalties as they had last season, so that's why I've got them at 5th. 4th place, now this one could be an absolutely horrendous prediction. I've got Arsenal, because I think they could be a surprise package. Arteta's already had them playing some good football, and they've made some good additions to their defence particularly, and we already know how good Aubameyang is. I think he's going to get hit around 24-25 league goals for them this season, and they've already won 2 trophies under Arteta, and they deserve to win the FA Cup. So I've gone out of left field here, and I really do believe they can get in the top 4 this season. Now 3rd place, Chelsea. Lampard's already done a pretty remarkable job there, especially out here transfer ban and out of the youth in getting 4th last season, and now he's finally being able to have a window and he's to get exactly who he wants, and he's been able to strengthen massively, getting in the likes of Werner, Havertz, Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Ziyech. They've made some unbelievable signings, and their attack's going to be ridiculous, and they've even managed to sort out at the back by brought in that Sarr as well, and Thiago Silva. Their defence could be quite resolute, but if they sort out their problem with Kepa, they could even be in the top 2. I'm going to say that now. I think Chelsea are going to have a very, very good season this season, and could maybe break into the top 2 if they sort their Kepa problem out. 2nd, now I've got Liverpool. I know they were incredible last season, and they won the league by something like 20 points, but I can't see them keeping up the same intensity for 3 seasons in a row. Man City didn't really manage to do it, so I don't see Liverpool doing it, especially since Man City have a better squad. I think they'll lose both games to Man City this season as well, and I think Salah will probably win the Golden Boot, but I can only see 2nd place for Liverpool. Now on to the champions. Man City, they'll need to respond after last season's absolute disaster, and I think they'll score about 100 league goals again and dominate with many 4 or 5-0 wins. They've brought in Ake, but I think they need a little bit more, and but I think they're just Pep's going to have them respond in a great fashion, and they are going to probably win the Premier League again this season. I do think they will fail to win the Champions League yet again, though, unless they bring in the likes of someone like Messi or something like that, which it doesn't look like it's going to happen at this point. But yeah, I've got Manchester City at first. So that's my Premier League predictions for the new season, guys. I'm also going to be doing Premier League match predictions and previews and stuff every weekend from now on. So put down in the comments what your tables are going to look like, and tell me if you think I've got many wrong. And don't forget to like the video, guys, comment your predictions, and turn on the bell for you don't miss a video, turn on the bell for your notifications and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.